Hello, Chuck Gannon, and welcome to the Writers of the Future podcast.
Hi, thanks for having me on, John.
Yeah, so on our podcast, one of the things that we talk about is your world building of exobiospheres and exosapients. And I just want to tease a little bit about that now, what they have to look forward to in this.
Okay, well, first of all, some basic terminology. People may have heard exosapient and they said, is that something I feed my dog? No, that's a fancy word for alien. Exo from else, like in exoplanets, that's in the news right now. And that's the other thing. Exobiospheres is what sort of life would be on alien planets, those that might support it. So that's something that I do a lot of. And the first book in the series, which does some of that, is Fire with Fire, and it continues to roll out from there. So folks that find that sort of thing particularly interesting, that would be a great place to start.
Yeah, and I love how we actually go into some of the methodology to be able to create such worlds and such aliens, and even, the successes of your own works, and using those as stories to tie this in. So I'm very much looking forward to sharing your story with all the other aspiring writers that actually listen to this podcast.
And I am too. And I think it's important to say there's no one who does this. Everybody's going to do it a little bit differently. That's good because, the bottom line is not only do we not know what's out there, if there's anything out there, but it is by lots of us doing work on it that probably some of us are going to guess right. Somebody once said, Stephen Gould, who's a friend of mine, who's right now, I think, working on the next I can't think of the name of the movie right now, but it's the one with the blue folks. But as he says, science fiction predicts the future or sees possibilities the way a shotgun kills a duck, which obviously scattershot, but there's also kind of a focused cone of intent. If you think, you don't aim the shotgun over your shoulder, you got to aim it towards the ducks a little bit. And that's kind of why I would encourage everybody who wants to play in the sandbox to play in the sandbox, because it's going to be a lot of us. And it's not going to be the people necessarily with the PhDs or the people who write the biggest selling books who are going to necessarily come up with the aha moments that whether in the next 5 years or in the next 50 years or the next 500 years, we're going to say, wow, they had some really interesting foresight going on there. And you know what? In addition to all of that very, very important, serious stuff, it's just a huge amount of fun. So, that's what we're going to talk about in the podcast, and I hope people will come along for the ride.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to that.